All right, welcome everyone to our Dreamstruck second week in January. We are excited to have you all with us tonight. There is a lot of you. All right. Make sure, if you haven't, send a quick reminder to your group or to your teams, letting them know it is time to join us. And then I will have the recording up hopefully tomorrow. For some reason, at the end of the night, my internet is terrible and I can't get it to upload to the YouTube channel. So it does take me till the next day to get that done. But tonight we have with us, joining us, we have Kelly on tonight. She was just in Cabo at the leadership retreat. We have Debbie on this evening. Let's see, Emily and Amber are all on tonight. Teresa is still taking a break. So Kelly, do you want to tell us real quick how awesome Mexico was and why people should work really hard to be able to go to leadership? Yeah.
So you guys, leadership was amazing. And I feel like we say this a lot when we say those that those that show up, go up. Not everybody can just do that. You know, you have to make these arrangements and you have to make sure your family's taken care of. And then you have to go there and you have to put your best foot forward. Yes, I could go there and sit on the beach every day. And yes, that's probably what I made it look like. But during the day, Scentsy was very, I don't want to say giving in the personal department. So every day we'd go to class from 9 to 11. And we would learn all the things. We got to see things that are coming out, new programs, so many things that I'm excited about that I'm sworn to secrecy that I can't tell you. But there's so many exciting things that like, I'll just get off that subject because I'll start talking really fast. New programs that are going to be implemented. I said that. And bonding with new people, like-minded people. These are the top leaders in the company, directors and above. And I remember going to my first one. It was Carol. Carol was there. I was there, you guys. I was not a director and I earned it. So back then, Scentsy allowed you to earn it, which they still do if you're in the top 50. And I remember, and I've shared this story maybe once or twice, but my roommate was a star director and she told me not to go to Carol's class. I didn't know anybody, you guys. I didn't have one freaking friend in the world. And she told me not to go to Carol's class. And I'm a big cheerleader for the underdog. And I don't like bullies and I don't like mean people. So when she tells me not to go to Carol's class, I'm going to Carol's class because that's going to be the first one I go to. So I go and I fell in love with Carol. She let a swear word slip. She was funny. She was somebody that I could relate to. And I think back to that day, what if I wouldn't have went to Carol's class because of somebody else's opinion? Somebody else's opinion that doesn't matter, because we all have these opinions, right? But if you don't give somebody a fair shot, it's no different than, I ran into this again at this leadership retreat. Somebody says the teppanyaki grill sucked. I love sushi. I love teppanyaki. You guys know this, hibachi, whatever you want to call it. I loved it. But what if I didn't go and I booked all my time at the Mexican restaurants and the other places because somebody else said that they didn't like it? We all have different taste buds. It's no different than when we choose people, leaders, sponsors, friends, Scentsy leadership friends. There's nothing better that you guys can give yourself than new Scentsy friends. I actually am uploading a training right now for Scentsy Corporate on that exact topic. And I always say, go outside your team. You guys right now, you are going outside your team. So you might be on Debbie's team or Emily's team or Carol's team or Amber's team, but you're going outside your team because you know what? You might not have a taste for that person. You know what? Maybe you relate better to somebody else on here. And that's totally okay because we all don't have the same taste buds, right? And so going outside your team, I think is super important. But the best thing that I think I took away from leadership this year was the hanging with different people than I'm normally hanging with. And just talking, pool talks and different dinner talks. And you know what? It's not always about work. I mean, I love when it is because that's where you can share some of the best ideas. But having that feeling of value as well, because then when somebody that you look up to says, what do you think of this? And you have a new idea that maybe they didn't think of. and then they're messaging you about that idea. That's like the coolest feeling in the world. Like, oh my God, she's asking me for my idea when you thought maybe your idea was so simple, but it's not at all. Like, you just came up with it, right? You were the patented person. I seen a girl in my group share bath soaks today in a Scentsy clamshell because she wanted 3 ounces of soak in something so it weighed the same. And she was like, well, Scentsy wax is 3 ounces, so I'll just put it in here. She took all the branding off her old clamshell and put her bath soak in it and rebranded it. How freaking genius is that? Simple. I didn't come up with it, but the reason that we come on here every week and we share with you guys is because it's so much easier when there's so many people sharing at the same time that you don't have to come up with all the things. I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions about leadership?
I love it. Thank you so much, Kelly. Yay. All right. Tonight, you guys, we have Debbie, who is going to, we're going to talk about, so hopefully, first I want to say, I hope Bring Back My Bar is going super well for you guys. I hope that you are really selling it. I have been texting all of my customers. That's one thing that I have been doing is sending out a text. I did offer a 10 bar special this month just because I have a lot of regular bars I want to get rid of too, in addition to the Bring Back My Bars. But I'm telling you, super hit. And I have started probably 3 club subscriptions because people want to get that only the 10 bars, you know, that are only available in the Scentsy club. So make sure you're reaching out. Do not wait for people to contact you. That is, it's just, that's not how you run a business. You don't, if a store opened their doors and sat back and waited for people to come in, no one would come in. And so it's super important for you to reach out, text, message, send an email, send a mailer, doesn't matter, but just reach out to your customers. Okay, tonight, Debbie is here to share with us her value of shopping links and sponsoring and how it's all connected and how she has just literally, thanks to the pandemic, taken her business to another level, a different level, because she used to do primarily events, but I'm going to let her share that with you tonight. So Debbie, if you would love to share with us, we are waiting.
Thank you so much, Carol, for that introduction. Hello, everyone. And I have to say this, just like Carol said, things changed in 2020 for me. When I joined Scentsy, I considered myself to be the event guru because that's all I. As a matter of fact, I didn't even like to do parties. If somebody introduced a party to me or wanted to do a party, I would give it away. I would give it to one of my team members because I didn't want to do parties. So I didn't even try to learn how to do them. Well, in 2020, March the 13th to be exact, that's when the doors shut down, closed, everything shut down, all my events shut down. I have major events. That's the same day I had to carry mama to the nursing home. So I was deeply depressed, not knowing what I was going to do, knowing that I don't know how to do parties. So how am I going to work my business? So I decided to take to YouTube. I went to YouTube and I also went to various other groups to find out how to work my business virtually at home. So I decided to come up with a few things. And what happened, there was this one girl, I met her in February 2020, and I can't remember which buddy. There was a buddy that was released. I can't remember which one. I think it was a Stitch. That's what it was. So when I put that buddy out there, I saw a picture that I had taken of her because I take pictures of my customers and their buddies at events. So I put that buddy out there, and I just so happened she liked it. So I sent her a message. I said, what are your thoughts about becoming a consultant? Because you guys have a deep passion for Scentsy. She said, I would love to, but I don't have the money. And that's when it hit me like, oh my gosh, let's come up with this. Let me figure out how I can get her to join without any money. So I told her, I said, let me go ahead and set up a link for you. I didn't call it a party. I said, let me set a link up for you. And this was like at the end of the month, whatever month that was. And she was able to get like $300 in orders in like 3 or 4 days. I'm like, whoa, this stuff is really working. And because it had to go into the next month, because we're at the end of the month, she didn't get 500. So the PRV that she had only transferred that within that 30 days. So it didn't carry over to the next month. But anyway, she still got her kit within about 7 or 8 days. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm on to something. So I decided to go out there and start asking people if they were interested in joining Scentsy. They didn't have any money, would they be interested in doing so? And I probably got about hundreds of comments. It was like so crazy, I could barely keep up with it. I just said, if you could start Scentsy with no out-of-pocket expense, would you? And everybody started raising their hands. I didn't know what to do with them at that point, like, oh my gosh. So I actually developed a holding spot. I call it a holding spot. So I collected all their information and put them in a holding spot. And I told them, like, whenever I have some credits, I'll get you on board, because I didn't know what to do with them. So it hit me now, why in the world am I giving away all of my credits? I can let them earn it. Then I tried to figure out, how can I let them earn it? Like, what am I going to do? So then I thought about this. Let's do this. I said, do you know how to make a group on Facebook? Most of them said yes. Some of them said no. So I decided to go to YouTube, and I found a video to show them how to make a group. And I told them to call it their first name VIP group. So that was my first requirement of them. So they opened up a group on Facebook. I said, once you hit 50 people, I'm going to go live in your group. I required them to put 50 people in there, because I wanted to make sure that they earned it pretty much. So they would do that. And I was forever doing live videos. I was worn out that year. And after I do the live video, doing a presentation, they get their orders. Some of them didn't. So some of them actually earned a kit, but some of them didn't. For those did not earn a kit, if I had rewards, I would bless them with that. So after we did the video, I would introduce them into my main group. And we also created chats for future consultants, because it was so overwhelming. Like, where am I going to keep up with this? I even had team members who earned their kits to help me with this. So we ran out of space in one chat. So we had to create 2 chats. It was that popular. We even created a group for future consultants, because it was like such a demand for that. I'm like, oh my gosh. So 2020, this was such a hit. We probably got hundreds of people to join at no cost or even at a discount. I was looking at my numbers in 2020. I recruited 99 people in 2020 because of this same concept. What's good about this is that it's duplicatable. So, for those people who say, well, I don't have money to invest, I don't have samples to pass out, you don't have to with this, because all of these people who we were able to get to start at no cost or discount, they had no testers, they had no catalogs. All they had was us to coach them. So we coached them. We gave them verbiage. We gave them pictures. We told them how to post. We even came up with an introduction verbiage for them to use. We gave them that. And later on, we started asking them, how could this business bless you and your family? What is it that this business can do for you? And whatever you come up with, you share that with those who are in your group, is what we did. And not everyone followed through with this, but for the most part, most of them did. And it was trial and error for us at the beginning, but this has been such a hit. People are still coming on board doing this. So this month is great because we got this 10% off sale. So as they're trying to get orders, this is more attractive. This month is more attractive. So this month I've gotten 4 people to join at no cost. 4 people. I got another girl who's trying to work on her kit now. And something else, guys, I advise you to do, always keep parties open. Always, always. That was something else I did not do. Before 2020, I did not keep open parties. Every time I submit an order, I would always close it, because I was putting orders in for my events. So now I keep parties open. I've had as many as 40 to 50 parties open at one time. Yeah, that many. And make sure when you set your part, when you create your parties, make sure you have them open for at least 90 days or even longer than that. I've even had parties open as long as 6 months. Now, you got to keep a close eye on that if you do. You got to have activity going on all the time in these parties. Something else that's great, guys, with these parties. make sure that you're coming up with some creative names for these parties. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. If these are your parties, your personal parties, what I do, I have a link that's called website order shop here. I have another link that says online order shop here. For those random people who are going to your website, they will select these links for you and you build those rewards. I also have a link that's called Prayers for Mama shop here. I have a link for a fundraiser I got going on. Prayers, I can't remember the name of right now, but I have about 4 or 5 personal links going on right now for parties that I keep open. And the reason why I keep so many open is because people just decide which one they want to choose. You don't know what they want to choose. So create some really interesting names for your parties. So when I watch those parties, so when I hit $500, I never close a party without a new team member, because I prefer to bless somebody instead of getting those the $75 in free products I don't need. I prefer to bless somebody. And that was a time that I would just select people and just give them that without them working. I don't do that anymore. So I make sure that who I'm blessing somebody with, it'll be somebody who's somewhat earned it by doing the things that I ask them to do. So what you're doing, you're setting them up for success. And what happens, you build leaders this way. You're positioning them to hit shooting star. You're positioning them to hit certified in no time. You're positioning them to do the same thing that you taught them to do. I actually have one of my young ladies, she has 10 kids. She joined Scentsy for zero cost. Now, when I had her set up, she didn't get any orders. I blessed her with a kit. She hit shooting star in no time. She hit certified in no time. She hit sensational start level 3. She promoted to director in 7 months. She also earned Disney. So there's lots to gain from this. I've heard people say, well, I don't know if I want to do this because people I blessed with haven't done anything with the kit. But guess what, guys? I've had people who pay $99 for a kit and don't do anything. So you can't gauge it by that. But if you're setting them up for success is what you're looking for. It's based on what you do with them. It's like hostess coaching. It's like that. And I never thought of myself of being a pro at doing this until this came along. Even me, who's just learning this stuff, is perfecting it. So anybody can perfect this. Once, all you got to do is get them interested, set them up with that link, get them with that VIP group, invite them to your group so they can get even more inspiration and motivation. You shout them out for everything. I even shout them out when they add new when they add people to their group. Once they reach that number, I shout them out. Shout them out for everything, just like you would a team member. Okay, so that's on the join link. Now, moving on to the birthday links is something else that I work with. I mean, that was a time that I would always say happy birthday to people on their Facebook pages. I took it to another level. I started to send people a private message wishing them a happy birthday. So not just wishing them a happy birthday, but letting them know that I have something special just for them, which is a discount. I offer them a discount on their birthday. So when they come back and they say, thank you, I have a message for them saying, you're welcome. All you have to do is choose what you want on my website, screenshot it, send it back to me to get your discount. I don't put an expiration date on it either. Now, some of these people, I've actually set up links for them. And I'll tell them, look, let's do this. Let's create you a birthday link and let's celebrate your birthday this way. All you have to do is share this link for you to get all the rewards on your birthday. What a great way to celebrate your birthday. You know how sometimes on Facebook, when you look to see that they're celebrating their birthday and they have chosen a charitable cause to support, that happens pretty often. So whenever I see somebody choosing a charitable cause for their birthday, I'll tell them about what we can offer. And we can totally take this same concept and have this set up to donate money to whatever cause that they're supporting. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a heart association or whatever cause they choose. As they share the link, you can say, look, I'm going to send the money to you so you can donate the money to that cause. That's just another way to do that. I've actually gotten people to join my team like that. I've actually set those links up so they can get those rewards. You can take it a step further. Like this month, guys, you can totally open up a VIP group for them. Well, not VIP, open up a birthday celebration link for them. I said that, no, group. That's what I'm trying to say. You can open up a group for them and call it their birthday bash group. And let's celebrate over there in one place. All they have to do is invite all their friends over there and you do all the work, especially this month while we're having this 10% off sale. You can say we're having a site-wide sale. Is that, okay, that. Tell them we're having a sale. And go ahead and do a big birthday bash for them in the group that you choose to create for them. You can call, make it be a theme. That's another thing. Theme links, celebration links. Guys, it doesn't have to be just birthday. It can be for any occasion. It could be for weddings. It could be for anniversaries, whatever you think of. You can just kind of throw it out there. I just kind of fundraising link kind of go in there with it too. I actually met somebody on TikTok, guys. Let me tell you what I did. I'm on TikTok. So as I'm on TikTok, I found the young lady, her house burned. She sent me a private message. It was a GoFundMe account and asked for money. And I told her, I said, I got something even better for you. I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss, but I would love to help you to generate some funds for rebuilding your house. And she said, yes, we did this. Well, we connected on social media, on Facebook, we did. And I created a link for her to help raise money for her house. So guys, there's so many different things that you can do with this link. You know what? People run away from party. If you use the word party, they're gonna run fast. But if you say link, that's something totally different. That's something that they feel like they can do. If it's something that you can create that's simple, and that's a very simple way for them to share this out, okay? Shopping link is another thing, guys, shopping link. Shopping link is something else that I use. Every now and then, whenever my customers come to me and want to make a purchase, and I'll tell them, look, let's create a shopping link for you. And this is a link. There is no cost associated with this. There are no penalties or nothing. You don't have to pay extra for this link. But what I'm going to do is set up a link for you, and you can keep this link open for about 90 days. I'm going to keep it open for 90 days. So every time you come to me to shop, you're going to be a reward. It's kind of like, you know how you go to stores and they want your email address because they're enrolling you in this rewards program and you're getting all these crazy emails. And I tell them, look, you don't have to worry about getting all the emails. No. You're going to reap all the benefits, and I'm going to let you know where you are once you hit that. So when you hit $200, you're going to get $20 in free products, 2 half off. What a great way to build some rewards without having to pay any extra money, right? So now we talked about the various links, the specialty links. We talked about the join links, the birthday link, the celebration link, the fundraiser link, the shopping links. Now, you probably asked this question like, how in the world do you find these people to even take part in these links? There are various ways to do that, guys. One is by asking. Asking, really easy, okay? Following up, if you have the Amy app, I use Amy. That's a great way for me to follow up. That's a great way. And videos, guys, 2-minute videos. If you could do a 2-minute video talking about a product a day, that's going to get people interest. So as they're liking if they're liking that post, if they're commenting, you could send them a message and tell them how they can get that at no cost. Okay, you could tell them that. So that's another way. So marketing and branding, as you can see that picture right there, I just did that today. I did that on Amy, and it's probably backwards for you now, but it's got a little message on there about how you can join Scentsy at no cost. But was it Photify? Photify, that's it. Photify has a lot of different things on there, guys, that you can use. You can totally take pictures holding your hand out like that with a product in your hand. There's so many different things you could do with Photify to get people attention, but branding is everything, guys. As you're talking to people about these links, I'll tell you something else that's good. A lot of times people want to go to your page and see if you're a legitimate person, because sometimes there's so many scams out there, guys. So make sure that you're bringing value to your page. Let people know that you're serious about what you're doing, because once again, I've heard people say, oh, scam, when you're talking about these various ways for people to join, okay? So you wanna make sure you bring value to your page. There are lots of ways of doing that, by sharing content like What is your favorite food? What is it you like to do? What are your hobbies? Share pictures of your pets. What can you do to help somebody solve a problem? Even with the products that you're sharing, make sure you bring the products out that's going to help them solve a problem. That's going to get a lot of attention, and keep them very short and sweet. And something else, guys, on Facebook will only allow so many people to see your posts. That algorithm thing. I'm going to tell you guys the best place to go to get a lot of attention, and that's TikTok. If you don't have a TikTok account, guys, I would say go get one. I was looking at my TikTok, one of my TikTok videos out there, guys. I remember looking at, I got like 107,000. I think it was like 107,000 views, like something real crazy. And all I did was act like I was calling into work. I didn't even say anything. I just act like I was calling into work, and my supervisor answered the phone. I dropped the phone. I got over 100,000 views off that crazy video. So you can do the craziest thing and get a lot of attention over there. So, and same, Facebook, I think, got jealous. Facebook and Instagram probably got jealous when they came up with the reels. So that's going to get you more attention. And the stories too, guys, utilize those stories. That's going to get you more attention. So as you talk about trying to find people, those are the places that you want to go to. I think that's probably all. I'm looking at notes, trying to make sure I don't forget anything. Like last year, let me pull this up. I was trying to see how many people I got. Oh, incentive trips. Okay, let's say that. Let me tell you about that right quick. As you work on these links, guys, it's going to help you with your business in so many ways. It could possibly help you to promote to director. It can help you earn these trips. Not only just earn the trips, but earn them at the top level. Last year, because of what happened in 2020, I earned Disney at the top level. I earned it for 6 people. I also earned annual sales, and I earned annual mentor in like 3 months. I earned annual sales in like 4 months. And then this year, I think I earned annual mentor in like maybe 5 months, annual sales about 5 or 6 months, something like that. I lose track. But 2021, I recruited 78 people. And yeah, this works, guys. It works. These numbers are crazy numbers, but it works. If you work this and you do it systematically, guys, I got a lot of YouTube videos with those steps out there to show you how to do it. It's so fun. It's really fun. And I have to do everything I do, it has to be simple. And this is simple. So I don't like complex. I don't do complexity. I can't, because otherwise I'd be confused. So I try to keep it as basic as I can. So I think I've said enough here. I think so. Now maybe we could turn this back on over to our panelists to see what feedback they may have. And yeah, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Debbie. That's awesome. Amber, would you like to share anything on your thoughts? Okay. Hold on.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I've already posted the status. If you could join Scentsy for $0 out of pocket, would you? So we'll see what kind of feedback I get on that. But yeah, I love online shopping links and I use them all the time. But all the ways that Debbie has spouted off to us tonight is just like mind blowing. And I'm especially loving the birthday idea. I mean, I've heard her say that multiple times and I haven't really been able to wrap my brain around it for whatever reason until tonight. So I love that. But I want to share with you guys one additional way that I use online shopping links, and that is for my out of town people. So my out of town people who are going to have to pay shipping anyway, I tell them, hey, hold on, before you go online and order, give me just a second. I'm going to set up a link for you. So I do that and I send it to them and I say, every single time you order online, use this link because it's going to help you earn rewards. And go ahead and share it with your people. When they order, I'll let you know because I'll get an email and that'll just add to your rewards faster. So that has been beneficial to me because, you know, they'll share the link. And then when I can tell that they're pretty interested in that, I'll say, why don't you go ahead and let me set up a shopping group for you? So again, try not to use the word party, shopping group. And what is that? It's a Facebook party. So we just set up a group, they add their people, I do post, do a prize giveaway, you know, and it doesn't have to be anything major. It can be something you have on hand or samples or whatever, as long as their party qualifies. And you just kind of like let it grow from there, whatever feels good to you. But it's just another way to party without the P word, right? And to step beyond being an order taker. And then like Debbie said, that just can so easily flow into a join. So, every single time I'm closing out a link or a party, I say, so if it's $200, you get $20 in free stuff and a half price item. Or if you've ever thought of being your own consultant, you still keep those same rewards, plus you would make $40 in commission. What do you think? And so that's a recruiting tool that I've used for years. So it's just a couple more ideas.
I muted myself. I love it. Okay. Kelly, do you want to go next? Then Emily. No, you're muted. Not working.
No,
Emily?
the mute button wouldn't come on.
Oh, I got you.
Different things that I've tried. I linked up with Debbie last year when she first started those party links. And there has been times that I have had 12 party links at a time. And the one thing that I have really good luck with is themed parties. So there might be even some of my consultants watching now that they started out as a partier, and I flipped them with the party link because I had themed parties. So there's been ones that I had a Hawaii party and I would post random pictures from Hawaii and like pineapple pucker. And then I'd post a picture of pineapple pucker, but then I'd post a picture of like Carter when he was 3 years old eating pineapple in Hawaii, or him running on the beach. Like I have obviously a million videos and photos, but I would make it really personal. Another tip that I usually do too is if they want to take it to a group or a party, I always personalize the cover photo. And I think that makes a huge difference in the personalization. So it would say like Emily's Hawaii trip. And I make them think like they're really on a trip. I found pictures like you guys, I take the most random pictures. Like when I was in Hawaii, they had at the fountain, it was like pomegranate pineapple juice or something crazy, something we don't have here in Minnesota. And I remember posting that picture and it's like, oh, it's time for drinks, guys. We're going to have an assortment of beverages today. But it was how I would display the mojito mambo or mango or whatever the heck it was called. The mojito drink. There was a bunch of drink names last summer and spring. And I can't think of them, of course, now, but I would totally use like pomegranate prosecco and anything that sounded like liquor. I was totally using that on my drink day. And then I'm trying to think of another one I did. I would try to do themed around trips. So if you were saying, yeah, Kelly, I want to book a party, I'm going to say in my head, this, okay, where have I been? Because I know I have pictures there. Do you want to go to Hawaii, Rome, or Greece? And you're going to say, I want to go to Greece. Okay, well, we are going to have a Greece party because it's going to turn into another conversation. So why did I have you choose the places that I've been? Because those places were paid for, all inclusive by Scentsy. I did not have to pay for them. And I just brought you on a free trip through all the photos that I've taken through the places that Scentsy's paid for me. So I usually find different weird things that Scentsy's paid for. Could be anything, could be New York. You could go to New York. I did do a New York party before. And then I bring in, the proposal, fun stuff, Statue of Liberty, souvenirs. So Teresa's really big about her weird headbands. And remember in my Scentsy story, I always say, I'm not going to be one of the purple people eaters. I'm not going to be one of them. And I'm not wearing the Gumby outfits and I'm not wearing the antennas. Yeah, Teresa is the antenna girl. She has a headband for everything. So I will go get a damn Statue of Liberty headband and we're going to go to New York. And at the end, if they want a group party, I will usually try to find a game because it makes it a little bit funner. But then party links, I don't know if did we touch on reminding them where they are? Because I think that's important too. So even let's say the end of the month, they're not where they need to be. Let's say they're at $160, totally fine, right? Because we can just keep them open. But I'll say, Amber, you're at $160. The next $40 is going to get you to this level. And this is what you're going to get. And then if we keep going, which we totally can, you're going to get this, this, and this. But here's where the real fun starts because this is what you get for $500. You always stress the importance of that $500 party because shipping's like $40. Like, wouldn't you rather have 2 plug-in warmers than paying that shipping? I know I would. So I think that's all I got.
Excellent. Okay, Emily, do you have anything to share?
Well, I mean, That's a tough act to follow. All of you had such great ideas. In thinking about, ways that I've successfully recruited in the past with parties, because that's what we're talking about tonight. I really just, and I don't want to repeat things that the others have mentioned. So I just want to share things that have worked for me. And one of that is creating a no-brainer scenario. I once had a girl whose husband was not really supportive of much. She was kind of doing everything she could to sell different things to make money. And in fact, that's actually how I met her. She was selling something on the side of the road. I had just had my daughter. My husband happened to see an ad she posted in a Facebook group. He went out and talked to her. One thing led to another. I gave him some samples to take to her. She ended up saying, "Oh, I love Scentsy. Does she have this?" And I happen to have it, actually. So he came home. We packaged it up. He took it back to her. Well, that led to us having sort of a conversation back and forth. She had a son that was my son's age, so they became friends. Anyways, one thing led to another, and she ended up doing a basket party. And that basket party, the first time, was over $600. And of course, what I hope all of you are doing this, but of course, I suggested she join. We could flip her party. And at that time, we didn't have the party flip option, but what would happen is you join for $99 or $129 Canadian. I think it was $119 at the time. And then what you do is you put all the orders in under that new recruit, so they still get credit for the orders, and then of course their money comes back to them that next payday. It's nice that we have it the way we have it now, so that they can truly join for no out-of-pocket cost, as Debbie mentioned, but this was the way we did it in the old days. So anyways, she politely declined, said, no, I'm good with just the rewards, and that was fine. So anyways, she ended up becoming a pretty regular basket party host, and knowing that she worked so hard to make extra money for herself, finally, after her third basket party, I'm like, look, I cannot take any more of your sales money. You work so hard. This is the amount of commission I've earned off of the parties that you've done for me. And when I gave her the figure, it was like over $500. And I said, that money could have been yours. I don't know what you're making on the side of the road, but you can do this from home. You don't have to pack up your car, pack up your kid, sit on the side of the road selling honey or NFL clocks. These were things she sold. You can do this from your home. And when I presented it to her like that, she finally went for it. And so anyway, she joined. She ended up actually becoming one of my directors. She was with Scentsy for a long time. She's not with me now, but needless to say, we built that belief that she could do it. She just needed help to see it for herself. And so that's how I've recruited a lot. Again, these shopping links are great because it also builds that belief in people that you are capable, even if like Amber mentioned, just you're sharing it with your friends. And if these are people who are buying Scentsy, they then eventually become your customers. So once, however long it takes is up to them really. But, it's just, you're creating situations that show them you're doing what I do. The difference is I'm getting paid and you're not. So what are you waiting for? So, again, just to echo what they said, these shopping links are really a gateway to a recruiting conversation. And I will add a kind of a side piece to that. We talked about goal setting and sort of the word of the year, which is sort of really a focus. And one of the focuses for me, if you remember from last week, I mentioned that connection is something that I'm really trying to focus on this year. And building those relationships with these people is important. Don't just throw up a link and then talk to them 4 months later and be like, hey, how are your orders coming? It's really important that you're intentional with these shopping links. When you create them, make sure that these people feel appreciated, valued, loved. They're not just dollar signs to you, they're people, and their business matters. So just, that connection piece is vital for me at this point. So, try to connect with them, figure out what it is that they need. What, as Debbie mentioned earlier, what problem can Scentsy solve in their life? Find a way to give value and figure out how Scentsy can be a catalyst for the things that they want in their life. Not everybody joins Scentsy to one day be a director. They join Scentsy because it can help them. It can be a stepping stone to get to the dreams that they have that have nothing to do with Scentsy. So maybe it's saving for a down payment on a home. Maybe it's to get out of low income housing. Maybe it's to, buy a car, to be able to afford a car. Not that I want to encourage car payments. It'd be nice to buy a car in cash, but maybe they want to get out of the beater car they have and drive something nicer. So if they can supplement a car payment with their Scentsy income, this can be that option for them. So just, be listening, look for ways that you can help support those and be really, really intentional and look for ways to connect with people. But that's all I wanted to add.
Awesome. Thank you, Emily. Is anyone else on here tonight? Feel free to raise your hand. Have you had success with party links? Anybody had a really great job? You can raise your hand or put in the chats. We'd love to hear from you too, because we want to have all the ideas on how you guys can work your business and really take advantage. We haven't really touched on it, but this month is the enhanced kit. And so you get all the springs, you get all the fall, winter stuff. And then you also get additional spring, summer items. You get testers and catalogs. And so this is an excellent month to get people on board, so they're all set for the next 6 months.
Yeah, I was going to say, piggybacking off of that Carol said, if you guys aren't keeping a dream team list, definitely do that. I have mine here in my planner. And anytime we have a join promo, which in my opinion, this is absolutely a join promo. I joined during a transition month and it was literally the best time for me to join. Anytime we have a join promo or a transition month, go down that dream team list. That dream team list is a great way to book parties. Those are going to be people that you want to ask to host for you. But what I'm using my list for this month is every single time I'm submitting an order, I'm going to offer $59 kits to every single person on that list. And your dream team list needs to be a living, active document. So anytime you have a host that's like, not right now, when you try to flip the party, she said, not right now, not no. He said, not right now, not no. Write their name down. Anytime someone asks you anything about what you do or say like maybe, write their name down and circle back to that list. So far I've had one person join this month. She expressed an interest. I kind of broke it down. I was like, girl, you buy all of this all year long. You might as well be buying for yourself. She's like, I never thought about it that way. So the first $59 kit I had this year, I offered it to her and she's almost halfway to shooting star. So yeah, don't close a party without giving someone that $59 kit because it's supersized too. It has the current stuff and the new up and coming stuff. And that was the best time for me to join because I got to start with giving my customers a deal, 10% off, got to start with a sale. This was back when I joined and I had everything in my kit that I needed to work my business for the next 7 months, for this month and the next 6. So don't deny people that opportunity. It's an epic opportunity to join this month.
That's awesome. Yes. So yeah, supersized kit. Only this month are you going to get, they're going to be completely set up. So anyone who joins this month is going to be completely set up for the next 6 months. And so there just can't be a better time for people to join. So, some people are like, oh, well, am I posting too much? So I know that Debbie talked about links and going, did you tell them about going into groups? Did you?
Glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Carol. Yes.
Okay.
Like I've got a girl right now, she's working on a kit. She's working to earn her kit and she has her group. She's got a group set up. And she just sent me a message today and she said, how long do I have to get this kit earned? She's at 100 and she's like about maybe $300 some away from her kit. Well, I'm trying to push her to $500. So I didn't even mention the $200 part because I wanted, just like I think Emily may have said, I want to get her to shooting star. And she's over there in her group right now telling people how close she is to hitting that $500. So that's important to make the connections, because as you connect with them, you got to coach them, you got to bond with them. You have to have that a way of communicating with them so they can understand what's happening. Because I don't want it to carry on to the next month, because if it carries on to the next month, she will not get the PRV, except for the PRV that's gained in that particular month. And that's the part that a lot of people don't understand. So know that whenever you have a party, whatever PRV happens in that particular month, when you flip it, the only thing that flips is what's in that month within that 30 days or within that 31, whatever time that they started. Because I've actually had some that start this month, go into the next month, so they don't get the PRV, right? So in a case like that, I treat it like a fundraiser, because those are their orders. I actually just give them the commission from me, because those are their orders, so that they will not miss out on having something. They just won't get the PRV. But that all of them have groups. I guess, Carol, does that answer your question?
When you were talking, you talked one time about how you go into groups to find new people.
Oh, how do I locate them? Right. Okay. I'm glad you said that. Hobbies. Okay. I'm in networking groups. I'm in pet groups. I'm in hair groups. People even add me to groups. You know, that was the time I get annoyed when somebody add me to a group. I'm like, bring on all the groups now. So it can be trade groups. It could be any type of group. Because I know a lot of people get confused about that. They'll say, well, I didn't think I could do that in those groups. Okay, guys, let me tell you about me. I know I do it in an unorthodox way. I don't even read the rules. I just post my stuff. If they don't want me to post it over there, I just go to another group. That's how I do it. I just go over there and share what I share. And for the most part, they'll allow it to happen. But again, if they don't allow it to happen, I just go find another group. So don't worry about it. Like, okay, I guess you guys gonna lose out. I'm gonna go find a group that will accept what I do. And all I do is go over there. I make it short and sweet. Whenever I'm looking for somebody to join, I'm just going to say something like, if you'd be interested in, if you didn't have the money right now to start Scentsy at the $99, if there's a way for you to start at no cost, would you raise your hand? Something like that, I'll say, or hurry, PM me if you want to start Scentsy at no cost. You know, something like that, something short and sweet. Sometimes I even show a picture of the kit. What do you guys think about starting Scentsy at no cost? This is the kit you receive, something like that. But yeah, those are a lot of groups out there to join.
Thanks, Debbie. Yes, and you guys, you can't post too much. Some of you guys are like, oh, I don't want to post. I don't want to overwhelm people. Let me tell you, you can't post too much. You need to be out there in people's faces. You need to, but when you do post, you need to show some personality, not always be about not always selling. Talk about the opportunity, talk about your life, talk about how fun it is to be a Scentsy consultant, talk about everything on social media. This is how you find new people nowadays, because people are in their homes and all the craziness on the news is forcing more people to stay at home again. And so you guys just continue to post and have fun and do everything you can online. And no, you cannot post too much. If your friends or whomever say you're posting too much, they're not your people. And they're not who you're looking for either. So you don't want them to see your stuff.
I'm good.
Go ahead, Debbie.
So happy you said that, because Carol, I love Carol's posts. They're real fun. Because what you want to do all you can to find a way to connect with people. How you do that? You share funny stuff. I do Google stuff sometimes on TikTok. I took a room spray, and there's something from TikTok that I got. I went to the door. You know how you don't expect people to come to your house without calling. And I said, what do you do if somebody shows up at your house without calling? You get that room spray, you start spraying around and the dog in the background. That video got so many views. But what I did, I showed the room spray. I hashtag Scentsy room spray, blueberry cheesecake. Guess what? I got orders from that. And people looking at that like, oh, I can do that. So, and it's goofy and it's silly, but that's what they look for. You know, they look for stuff like that. Don't go out there with a script thinking that you got to be perfect, because the very moment you do that, they're going to change the channel on you. Keep it going. They're going to scroll right by you.
That's right. And you are the business. You're Me Inc. And so you have to display you. And yes, if I tried to do what Debbie does, it wouldn't work for me, because that's not who I am. And I mean, today on my stories, I posted a blooper. I was trying to show people the new Valentine's collection. And I posted the blooper because I totally messed up, made myself laugh. And so far I've had tons of messages about it, because they're like, you're killing me. This is so funny. And so don't be afraid to show things when you mess up, or there are so many people out there they're praying for an answer. They're praying for something to change their life. And your offering could be that. Our business can be what can change people's lives. And so do not be afraid to continue to offer the opportunity to invite people to join your team. You cannot do squares. Oh, I don't know who Lisa iPhone is, but you cannot do the square offering. That's like lotto, and that's really bad. So you cannot offer the square games or if you pay to play kind of thing. That is against the rules. But anyway, people are looking for Scentsy. They're looking for us. They want to be part of an awesome community, which is what we are. They want to be part of something that is amazing. And there are so many ways to help them get in that is affordable to them by being creative. All right. So you guys, any other questions last minute? Anybody have anything they'd like to share? Well, we appreciate, I
forgot to mention this. I challenged my team to do this. A lot of my team members, I noticed, did not have VIP groups. So I challenged each and every one of them to go back to their VIP group and relaunch their party, relaunch their business. So if they didn't have a relaunch video in their VIP group, I offered to put one in there. I have one already pre-recorded, and all it is an introduction to say what Scentsy is and what Scentsy has to offer. So do a relaunch party in your VIP groups, tag all your peeps who are in there. And the purpose of this is to let them know about the sale that we have. So go back and relaunch your business. And a lot of them have done that, and they're getting orders already. So yeah, go back and relaunch your business.
I have it. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning into Dreamstruck tonight. We appreciate you very much. We hope that you take all of this valuable knowledge, run out and create some party links and start offering Scentsy to everyone. You should already be doing that, but whatever. All right, everybody. Thank you. Happy Tuesday, and we will chat next week. Bye, guys.